Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Deputy President, Dr. William Arap Ruto, has lined up a total of over 40 rallies in Western Kenya and Rift Valley this week alone. We are talking of 40 rallies this week alone. He began the rallies on Monday. Yesterday was still in Western. Today is still in Western. And the Deputy President will conclude the rallies by holding one of the biggest rallies ever witnessed in Eldoret town on the 8th day, which should be on Saturday. That's clearly a departure from William Ruto's previous strategies. Because previously, the Deputy President would not spend most of his time in central Kenya, in Western Kenya and in Rift Valley. Instead, the Deputy President would concentrate all his efforts in the larger Mount Kenya region. What has changed? In this video today, I want us to do a critical analysis of William Ruto's latest trip to Western Kenya and to the Kalenjin nation. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now, let us get back to the main issue. What has really changed for the Deputy President, Dr. William Arap Ruto? Why is he now concentrating so much in Western Kenya, so much in Rift Valley? And by the way, the One Kenya Alliance movement just addressed a press conference a few minutes ago. According to them, they are going to stick together and they are going to produce a presidential candidate. Musalia Mudavadi has indicated that he's yet to receive any invitation from William Ruto and his team. I will do a critical analysis of that particular event after this video. But why do you think the Deputy President, Dr. William Arap Ruto, is currently changing his strategy for Western Kenya, for Rift Valley, and for the larger Mount Kenya region? I'm told the Deputy President is going to have 40 rallies. And that's not surprising. What is surprising is that the Deputy President, according to reliable sources, alongside Kimani Ichung'wah, tested. Robert Alai posted that. Robert Alai is normally very credible in his sources. Tested positive for Omicron. And he was advised to isolate. But because of the importance of these rallies, the Deputy President decided that he was not going to isolate. I'm also getting information that President Uhuru Kenyatta actually reached out to the DP and asked him to lower the temperature a bit, especially in January. And the Deputy President said no, and he has actually decided to escalate his activities. Why do you think the Deputy President is now focusing more in Western Kenya and more in Rift Valley? Why specifically Western Kenya? And what were the objectives of his latest trips? In my view, the Deputy President is focusing more on Western Kenya because he wants to achieve the following. Number one, unknown to most people, there is serious internal division within Team Tanga Tanga in the larger Western Kenya. That explains why the Member of Parliament for Mumias West, Ben Washiali, decided not to contest his seat again. Maybe if you need me to do an analysis on why Washiali decided not to contest again, I can do that. But ever since William Ruto brought on board Boni Halwale and later brought on board Malala, the initial guys who stuck their necks for the Deputy President are not happy. Initially, There was Rashid Echesa. Rashid Echesa was William Ruto's points person for the larger Western Kenya when he was still the cabinet secretary. He had to be kicked out. Echesa had to be kicked out. He sacrificed for the DP. Then was Shirley, who was the whip, majority whip, also was kicked out because of the deputy president. Then the deputy president moved on to Boni Alwale and later on to Cleophas Malala. In fact, if you follow the latest, if you read William Ruto's last tweets in Western Kenya last week, there was a post where he was referring to Boni Alwale and Rashid Echesa, that others who were present included former cabinet secretary Rashid Echesa and former senator Boni Alwale, and people were mocking Boni Alwale because of that. So the truth of the matter is that as much as the DP has very many supporters, very many star supporters in Western Kenya, there is serious division amongst the team. So he's been trying to figure out the best way he can sort out the internal divisions. Number two, the deputy president is also keen on impressing on the elected leaders from the larger Western Kenya to support him. And that's why he's been invoking and mentioning the name of Musalia Mudavadi. And that's why he's also been mentioning the name of Moses Masika Wetangula, because most elected leaders from that region were elected either on ANC party or Ford Kenya. The DP is keen on getting their support. So he's going there severally. Like, for example, yesterday he was in around 10 rallies. By going to those 10 rallies, it means he's trying to impress the leadership from those regions why they should support him. Because politics is a game of perception. If you can mobilize crowd, then engage the crowd against their leaders, then definitely there are people who will be impressed. Like MCs can be impressed. Hey, DP alikuja hapa leo lakini vile aliongea watu, things like those. Number three, which is the most important, is the fact that the deputy president was shocked by the kind of the meeting which Francis Atwoli organized in Buhungu. Initially tried countering it with the meeting in Mumias, which was not a huge success. So he's trying to undo whatever Francis Atwoli gained during that particular rally. And that's why he organized this rally to cover the entire Western Kenya, because Atwoli's rally also covered, as much as it was in Bukungu, but it covered the entire Western Kenya region. So the DP is keen on trying to undo any gain which Atwoli and the group might have gained. And that's why at each and every stop, he's mentioning the name Atwoli. But he's no longer mentioning Musalia Mudavadi as a Cerelac baby. He's no longer mentioning, for example, Moses Wetangula kama yule jamaa anapigwa na bibi. He has really changed that. But for Atwoli now, he's now attacking Atwoli personally. Number four, the DP is also trying to pile pressure on Musalia Mudavadi to join him. And that's why One Kenya Alliance movement met and Musalia Mudavadi was put to task to explain his association with the deputy president. The truth of the matter is that if there is one thing which the DP would want to see happening, is Musalia Mudavadi getting out of One Kenya Alliance movement. And if Musalia Mudavadi will not get out of One Kenya Alliance movement, the DP would want him to support him. Or if he won't support him, he doesn't want a situation where, should we go for a runoff, which I've watched One Kenya Alliance movement press conference, they are denying that they are there to force a runoff. Then their supporters, the supporters of Musalia Mudavadi, can be friendly to him. Number four, in my view, I think the deputy president has realized that his fortunes in the larger Mount Kenya region are not very good. Anything can change. So he's not taking chance. He has to come down to Western Kenya, try milk whatever he can get from Central Kenya. I mean from Western Kenya. He has to go to Western Kenya, try milk whatever he can get from Western Kenya to cover for any loss he's going to make in the larger Mount Kenya region. The truth of the matter is that Raila Odinga is gaining in the larger Mount Kenya region. Today, Raila Odinga is in Nakuru County. The deputy president, since January, nowhere in Western Kenya. I mean, in Central Kenya. Rigathi Gachagua was in Rift Valley. So why is the DP concentrating? He's concentrating in Rift Valley and concentrating in Western Kenya because he's not sure of the larger Mount Kenya region. And lastly, I think the DP is also keen on advancing his 2022 politics. The hustler narrative. He's trying to try and figure out, the DP is actually trying to reactivate the hustler narrative again. You see, the hustler narrative had picked so well in this country. Then at some point, they changed it to bottoms up, which has not really picked up well because it's difficult to explain. But the DP is now going to the ground to try and reactivate that hustler narrative. And is doing that by creating Raila Odinga's, anti-Raila Odinga sentiments. For example, when the DP was in one of the rallies, he is indicated that Raila Odinga is a billionaire, but Raila Odinga is not comfortable with him donating money to the women. Instead, Raila Odinga is building houses in Dubai and other places. So basically, he's telling these people that as much as I'm rich, I'm sharing with you guys who are poor. So I tend to think that the DP is just trying to advance his 2022 politics. But in short, the DP is in Western Kenya specifically, number one, to sort out the division in his camp. Number two, to pile pressure on Mudavadi to join him. Number three, is responding to the Bukungu 2 meeting. Number four, the Mount Kenya politics, which is not favoring him the way he had intended. And number five is basically to advance his 2022 politics, the hustler narrative. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. For those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Thank you, and please, may you have a good day. Bye-bye.